Hey, good morning, everyone. It is Friday, August 16th, 2019, and what you're looking at in front of me here, this is one of the Amazon fulfillment centers known as ABE2 in Briningsville, Pennsylvania. ABE stands for Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton. This is one of several fulfillment centers in the Lehigh Valley. I believe they said it was 600,000 square feet. In most places it's 2 levels, in some places 3. The reason I was here today, Amazon recently started giving tours of their fulfillment centers. You cannot tour every one. This happens to be the only one in the Lehigh Valley that you can tour. The tours are free. It's about an hour and 15-minute long tour. And in this video, I'm going to be driving over to Bethlehem for setup for an event that I'm running. But while I drive, I just wanted to talk about the tour. There was no photography or videography allowed within the warehouse. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you anything inside of this. Somewhere in the video they did have a selfie station. I will edit the video in, maybe right here. I'm not sure yet. But the tours are free. You can take the tour for yourself. There's probably an Amazon warehouse fulfillment center near you that offers the tours. And I found out there's different kinds of fulfillment centers. This particular one, it's all small items that can fit in one of their plastic totes. And it's all, everything is stowed and sorted and picked and packed by hand here. Some of their other warehouses are automated to a greater extent. I've been told by the tour guides that there's one in New Jersey that you can go see, maybe more than one, I forget, that does have more of the robotics. That's something I might do sometime. I've always been a fan of factory tours and anything that teaches me how something is done. I really enjoy very much. So we're leaving the industrial park here. There's actually a second warehouse, a second Amazon warehouse right here. I believe it would have been that building off to the left. You probably didn't see it as I pulled out. They said that one's a little bit smaller. I've got a long history with Amazon personally. I mean, I never worked for them, but I remember back when they were new and when they literally only sold books. And those of you who know me, I'm an avid reader. And this was in the early days of e-commerce on the internet, the late 90s, I believe, probably 97, 98, 99, somewhere around that. I just thought it was the coolest thing on earth. I could go on the internet, I could find whatever book I wanted, and it would arrive at my doorstep in a couple of days. And gradually Amazon started building, into a bigger and bigger business, and now they sell pretty much everything under the sun. And I've continued to be a customer. Now, what I don't want to do in this video, I don't want to get political with this. I don't want to comment on what it's done to the mom and pop businesses. I don't want to comment on the working conditions. I mean, that's all stuff you can look up if you're interested. And everybody's going to have their different opinions about it. But I consider myself a loyal customer. I will continue to do business with them. And I'm looking into other things with them too. I'm looking into, hopefully someday self-publishing on their platforms. They have opportunities. You could sell your own stuff through them. I don't know quite where my future's going in that regards, but I'll likely set up some of my websites, possibly even, or probably even this YouTube channel with an Amazon affiliate link sometime in the near future. So, you know, it's a business. People have different opinions about it, but I do a lot of buying from them, and I've always had a good experience. So on to the tour. It's a great tour. It's, as I mentioned earlier, it's completely free. They even give you a nice Amazon water bottle at the end of the tour as a thank you. The tour is, there's maybe about 24 people, maybe 30 tops. Yeah, I'm not sure. It was a smaller group. It was pretty, I wouldn't say small, but definitely a manageable size. There were 3 tour guides. They give you a headset to listen to the tour leader, which, I love when tours do that. It's a factory. Well, it's not a factory, but there's a lot of conveyors, a lot of noise, and having these headsets really lets you hear what they're talking about. The tour guides are fantastic. They answered questions anybody had. It was a lot of walking just on the tour. I mean, one thing, it's notorious if you work in one of these warehouses as a stower or a picker, I've heard that people can walk up to 10 miles a day. I don't know about you, I cannot walk 10 miles a day. The tour was an hour and 15 minutes, and I was ready to be off my feet by the end of that. So it definitely gives you some appreciation for what they do. They said there's 7 miles of conveyors inside of the building, and it is pretty mind-blowing. You see these yellow totes just moving everywhere like a super highway, moving a lot quicker than the traffic in front of us, in fact. Take note of all the tractor trailers you see coming to and from here. They're not all Amazon. In fact, probably most are not. But this, unfortunately, is the reality of life in the Lehigh Valley these days. We've gone from being a very industrial manufacturing region to one where shipping, logistics, transportation, warehousing is, as you can see, I'm getting boxed in here. This is this is life in the Lehigh Valley, folks. You've seen and will continue to see a lot of scenic drive videos from me. However, this is the daily reality. Sadly, I see more of this than I do the beautiful mountains and rivers and such. And that is the result of us moving to an online lifestyle. We'd all rather shop at Amazon than the mall. And, yeah. This is the result of it. I keep promising additional videos. I did film a lot of footage through a rural part of Lehigh Valley over the winter. I still need to edit it. I still need to narrate it. Unfortunately, it's going to go from beautiful 2-lane country roads to walls of tractor trailers. This is Route 100 heading north, and yeah, this is our future. Anyway, back to the tour. They take you through, they said the warehouse is a mirror image, so we started in the center and we went to what they call the east wing, I believe it was. They said the west wing is just a mirror image of it. The size is absolutely mind-blowing. There are very few points that you can see clear from one end to the other. You can easily see how employees would rack up the miles working there. There was one area, it was in the 3-story section, I believe they called the pick module on the east side, where if you've ever seen one of those infinity mirrors that you're looking at a reflection that just literally, it's a mirror looking at a mirror, and it looks like you're in a tunnel that just never ends. That's what looking down one of these aisles looked like. You could just barely see the far end, but it was kind of surreal, to be honest. You usually think of warehouses more like Home Depot, Lowe's, warehouse stores, so to speak, maybe even IKEA, if you've ever shopped there. This is a whole nother animal. It's very well run operation. I mean, everything is engineered for efficiency. I mean, I find some of the stuff they explain to be very fascinating about how they'll, one example at the packing station is the computer tells the packer what size box to put an item in, and it literally dispenses the exact amount of tape needed to seal that box. So that the packer literally just has to grab that strip of tape, plop it on, plop the label on, do the next box. It's, from an engineering perspective, it's a very, very well-engineered operation. They're continually improving it. They even pointed out a lot of improvements that were made as a result of the workers doing the work, making suggestions. Which I think was pretty cool that they actually take the feedback. A lot of companies, heck, I work for one, a lot of companies do not do that. You can cry all you want about what can make your job easier, and management's going to do it their way anyway. Amazon sounds, very open to that kind of feedback. So, the engineer and designer in me was really, really intrigued by that aspect of it. The amount of data that goes into doing this in terms of knowing where an item is stored, and when a customer places an order, how it finds that order and directs a picker to find that item and put that item in a box and label the box and sort the box for shipping. That stuff just fascinates me to no end. I thought the explanations were very good on the tour. It was really neat to see this stuff happen right in front of your eyes. Especially, knowing how often I've ordered from Amazon, I'm like, okay, this is exactly what happens when I press the buy button. Now I understand a little better. And they take you through all the different areas. You get to see receiving, you get to see shipping, you get to see packing, you get to see where everything's stored. You're obviously not literally walking for every aisle. There's whole huge areas. The ones you've taken a look at it, you get the gist of it. But it was a very, very thorough presentation and explanation of everything there. If you like this sort of thing, I would recommend to do it. I wouldn't mind going to see, one of the more automated robotic warehouses to see what the differences are like. How they explained it. From what I understand, the big difference in a warehouse like this one, if I place an order, if I want to buy, say, a book, I would place an order. It would send that to a computer, a little scanner that the picker's walking around, and they would have to walk to the aisle where that book is located, find the book, scan the book, put the book in a tote, and then send that for packing and shipping. The difference, as I understand it, for the automated warehouses is that there's these robots that more or less pick up shelves and bins of items, so that when I order that same book, instead of having somebody, have to run through miles of these corridors and shelves to find my book, a robot will literally drive a set of shelves to the pick area, and the person will just reach in, pull the item out of the bin, and the robot will drive the shelf away, and I guess pull up the next next shelf for the next order. I love technology. I love this kind of stuff. I'm going to have to go see that someday. I'm not sure where in Jersey these warehouses are. It's a little tricky to get this kind of tour because, by and large, they take place during the week, during business hours. I am, unfortunately for now at least, a full-time office worker. I'm bound to my desk. No freedom, none of that kind of stuff. Yeah, we are slowing down here. I could see some police activity just ahead. Obviously something's going on. It looks to be on the other direction. We're heading eastbound. Like the problems on the west side. I guess you guys are going to get a little bonus here. I don't know what's going on that side yet, but We're going to drive by it. We're going to see. Somebody's having a pretty bad day. You know, here I'm worried about, am I going to get to Bethlehem by noon? I think these people ahead have some bigger problems here. Ooh, that does not look good. That does not look good at all. Damn, I hate seeing stuff like that. So going back to what I was saying about possibly touring another warehouse in Jersey. The tour guide did mention that some warehouses have limited Saturday hours. Maybe I can fit something in somewhere. You know, otherwise I'll just have to wait for a vacation day. But I've got an endless list of this kind of thing I'd like to do. Alright, we are moving. Again, the delay on my side was just rubberneckers. Boy, am I glad I'm not on that other side. So, yeah, it has me a little rattled seeing that. Sorry, guys. So anyway, I mentioned, I guess that's kind of all I've got to say about the Amazon thing for now. I am on my way to Bethlehem. I'm part of a local group, the Lehigh Valley WordPress meetup group. Once a year we put on an event called WordCamp. That event will be tomorrow, Saturday, August 17th. I'm a member of the organizing committee for that, and I do their event website every year. So I'm basically just heading downtown Bethlehem to help them set up and learn how the audio-video equipment works there. Basically everything I need to know for tomorrow. I am hoping to do a little bit of filming while I was down there.
Hi there.
What's that, Siri? Siri says, hi there, Jamie. Hi, Siri. I have no idea what prompted that. I did not touch Siri. It must have said something. She's still listening here.
Sorry, I missed that. Could you say it again, please?
Cancel, Siri.
There's nothing to cancel.
Oh boy, gotta love technology, right? I guess Siri wants to come to WordCamp. Anyway, I'm kind of just trailing off here. I'm not. I haven't mastered the art of ending these videos yet. If you watched my Vanderhall test drive video, you'll know that. That's something I got to work on. Getting them started, getting them ended is pretty hard. Seem to be doing a little better than I ever thought I would with the rambling in between. But anyway, we are driving on. Actually, I'm going to let this run just a little bit longer. I know some of you guys out there who are regulars of my channel, I know you enjoy these driving videos. So I'll give you a little bit of a heads up where we're at. We're on Route 22 East. This is probably the worst stretch of highway through the entire region, even though they're working pretty diligently to improve it. We just passed through the MacArthur Road, Route 145 interchange, which used to be the absolute worst. A couple years ago they widened it to 3 lanes. They made the on and off ramps a lot easier to navigate. Got the Lehigh Valley Mall, just past that off to my left. There's a Glassworks place up here I'd really like to check out. Warner Gifts and Glass Blowing. It says blowing glass in Mines Daily. I love seeing glass blowing done. I've had the privilege of seeing that at a couple different places in my life. It's something I could probably never get tired of watching. So maybe I'll go over there someday and do a video for you guys. Let me know if that's something you might be interested in. Heck, I'll go one way or another because it's something I'm interested in. The reason I'm leaving this video run, this is actually going to be my first drive over the new bridge here. This has been a major... Gosh, we got another accident of some sort off to the left. That one looks minor. This has been a major construction project in the Lehigh Valley over the last couple of years. This is the bridge over the Lehigh River. We're in Allentown. We're heading towards Bethlehem. And It was it used to be 2 lanes in each direction, a much narrower bridge. It was a cattle chute, and basically what they did, they built one new bridge, diverted the highway traffic in both directions to the new bridge, demolished the old bridge, and then built the second new bridge. And I think it was only a couple days or a week or two ago, wasn't long ago, I saw about it in the news, that they finally got both sides of the new bridges open and running. So that was actually, you got to share my first drive over that. I don't go on 22 very often. I try to avoid it. And fortunately, most of my daily travels, this road runs east-west, most of my daily travels take me north-south. So I tend to be crossing over or under 22 more than I actually drive it. So, okay, I am going to end this now. I am heading into Bethlehem. If I have some time after the setup, I'm going to do some more video, but I have a feeling my time this afternoon is going to be a little shorter than I hoped. Anyway, if you've watched this far, thank you for watching, and if you have a chance, get out there and check out one of the Amazon warehouse tours near you. I mean, particularly if you do business with the company and order products from them, I think you'd really enjoy seeing what goes on behind the scenes. Alright, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.